look at the starting lineup sponsored by Jeep Grand Cherokee. You have Tabitha Richardson-Smith for Seton Hall. You also have Tiffany Jones, who's actually put up double-figure numbers in the last 4 games. And for Marquette, they have a very young roster. They have 8 freshmen on this team, but they start 4 of those 8, highlighted by Alizea Blockton, one of the best freshmen in the country, let alone in the Big East. As I mentioned, these two teams met twice this year. This is the 3rd meeting. They final game, the number 7 seed, Creighton, advancing and upsetting the number 2 seed, Villanova, in our first game of the day, and we are underway in game number 2. So Seton Hall will retain it. Tony Bozzella, in his 3rd season as the Seton Hall head coach, he's always very exact about what his team needs to do, and he told us in the pregame turnovers are going to be a key for that.
He understands that Marquette feasts in transition and in the open court, so they have to be very intentional about taking care of the basketball.
Couple of empty possessions for these teams as they start this game. Carolyn Keeger, one of the youngest head coaches in the country, guiding one of the youngest teams in the country. Coming in with a 14-15 record. There was a stretch in league play, though, that Marquette was one of the hottest teams in the Big East. They had won 5 straight at one point.
When the brackets were announced, and this would be a matchup on day 2 of the Big East tournament, I started licking my chops, Lisa, because Marquette, so young, so talented, and Seton Hall has been the mainstay in the Big East.
The takeaway for Seton Hall, and the Pirates trying to run. Seton Richardson handling things for Seton Hall. She's battled a couple of injuries here during the regular season. It's not totally been 100% healthy. You see the wrap on her right hand as well. And the first 2 goes to Powell and Seton Hall.
One thing to note is that defensively, Marquette is doing some face guarding. So we'll keep an eye on who that is and how that changes. But they definitely are looking early to take away Alicia Powell and Tabitha Richardson-Smith.
Alicia Powell, there was a stretch during the regular season where she was averaging 20 points per game during a 5 or 6 game stretch. She puts up 14 for the season. Lefty stroke is pure for Natisha Heidemann.
That's not a good sign for Seton Hall defensively. Natisha Heidemann shot that with a hand in her face.
Alizea Blockton averages 18 points per game. Erica Davenport picks up almost 12. Heidemann gets under 14. Those are your double-figure scores, and they're all freshmen for Marquette. Second chance point, and Richardson-Smith can't put it away. Look out, here comes the speed of Danielle King. Up top, Michaela Yentz. That's her game, is shooting the distance shot. She also averages double figures. And the offensive foul called, Yentz drawing.
And that's what Tony Bozzella said he wanted his team to do, was to drive. But Seton Hall may need to work the ball around a little, because Marquette was ready for this one. Yentz getting in position. How about both ends of the floor? She has been a factor for this team. Outstanding growth from last season.
Ball already with a couple of turnovers here to start this game. Tony Bozzella didn't just say he wanted to drive the basketball. He was very exact to us in saying he wanted to make 6 more layups than Marquette to be able to win this game. King with the take. And draws the foul on Richardson. Seton Hall Pirates, this is how they've gotten to this point, a 22-7 overall record. The 12-6 conference record tied them with Villanova for 2nd place in the conference, but they lost the tiebreaker. So Villanova got the number 2 seed, and Seton Hall got the number 3 seed. And they got Marquette in their first game of the Big East Conference.
Well, to most people's surprise, Tony Bozzella was able to retool after losing his great backcourt from last season. And brought in Shakina Richardson, which I think has been a big help. Alicia Powell, who sat out last season, the transfer from Iona. There just some pieces have come together the right way for Seton Hall.
He developed a relationship with Powell, and he was at Iona. And he recruited her there. Tony Bozzella has had the magic touch of incorporating a lot of transfers the last couple of years. How about the tip pass and the to Davenport.
Marquette is really energetic and ready to play this game from the tip. It's Seton Hall that seems to be playing in a little bit of a fog, Lisa.
Golden Eagles on a 7-0 run that is stopped there with the easy 2. The 7-4 advantage. Heidemann, that's a 2. She has hit her first 2 shots to start.
This Marquette team lost to DePaul in their final game of the season, 98-65. An embarrassing loss, one that Carolyn Keeger said, we were eager to work on things to make it right coming into the Big East tournament.
Watch Marquette's put up 65. A little bit of a surprise. This is a team that likes to run a little bit. Of course, DePaul is obviously a team that likes to go as well. Heidemann's feeling it a little bit. She's taking Richardson Smith off the bounce. But Gordon is there, and the easy 2 and put back for Davenport.
That's just quicker to basketball. They're forcing the issue. They're being aggressive. They're playing on one accord. Seton Hall seems to be taken back by this young team's energy. Look at the face guarding in the corners.
3 of the 4 freshmen from Marquette who start have scored for the Golden Eagles.
And that's an important basket for LaGuardia Gordon for 2 reasons. Tony Bazzell said she has to have a big game for us, but also he said we got to make layups. We got to make the easy baskets.
Marquette has scored on its last 4 trips down. Danielle King, nice drop down pass. Let's go again to Davenport.
Seton Hall has yet stopped Marquette from getting a foot in the paint.
13-6 advantage. Seton Hall's going to keep it. Take a breather. That's going to be our first time out.
Marquette, they may be young, but they are ready to play on the big stage.
Honored with her Freshman of the Year honors. I think you captured that on Snapchat.
I did. Anytime Commissioner Val Ackerman is in the house, you got to bust out the Snapchat. But well-deserved by Blockton, who broke a 21-year record for freshman scoring in the Big East.
Actually, as I mentioned, 3 of the 4 freshmen who start for Marquette have scored. Davenport is a perfect 3 for 3 with 6 points. And ironically, the 1 freshman who starts, who hasn't scored, has blocked it. Nice low look. It's Jones who stays with it. Tiffany Jones has been playing with a purpose since the Butler game. Last 4 games, she scored in double figures. She's averaged just under 15 points per game.
Well, she's key to this offense for Seton Hall because they need another scoring threat, consistent scoring threat. And there's Jones with the defensive action.
Doing it on both ends of the floor. They give it out to Jones.
Drive is what Tony Bazzella wants. If there has been an Achilles heel for this Marquette team, it has been their defense this season. But off the pick and roll, good read there by Shakina Richardson, and Tiffany Jones just sticks with it.
Michaela Jensen's whistle for her first personal. Couple of substitutions in. Monty Wilborn in for the first time for Marquette. And a takeaway from Heidemann. Heidemann in for the easy 2.
So active. The energy of the freshman from Marquette is the staple early. And Carolyn Keeger told us she had her team watch NCAA tournament videos to get excited about what they were going to face in March here at the Big East tournament. An easy score there by Shakina Richardson at the rim.
So Heidemann's got 7. Richardson's got 4 to lead Seton Hall. 4 of the 10. A couple of subs now coming up.
Tap to Richardson Smith. And Shakina Richardson just don't connect. And good job for shooting the gap there by Tisha Heidemann. She's so energetic. And talking to Carolyn Keeger early on in the year, she said, wow, she has got so much work ethic. She's always in the gym, always getting up shots, tons of energy. It's just about focusing that in the right places.
Molyneux and Mosley now in for Seton Hall for the first time. Richardson looking to take Heidemann off the bounce. Nine seconds to shoot. Richardson wheeling and dealing in the lane. Tiffany Jones battling for it.
Good help defense there by Erica Davenport.
Wilborn gets the rebound. And a walking call on Davenport. Marquette with a 500 conference record. 9-9 coming into today. Trying to get the second straight upset here in the Big East tournament today. Marquette's had 2 straight turnovers now after starting out pretty red hot. Here comes Seton Hall though. With 3 falls, and it's Powell's 5th point of the afternoon.
You mentioned Powell scoring. She has slipped in as Alizea Blockton slips in for that too. But Alicia Powell has filled in so nicely to this Seton Hall lineup, especially with that outside shot.
Here's Jones for 3. Jones has hit now 33-point makes this year.
Alizea Blockton finding a hole. She looks like a running back. She finds that opening, cups the basketball, but on the other end, Tiffany Jones, this is a great sign for the Pirates so she can get going from long range.
Out of an 8-2 Seton Hall run. How about that for 3? King has been averaging 13.5 in the last 3 games for Marquette. Richardson again. That was from the same spot as the Jones made. Out and running. But Gibson or Valentine couldn't quite get to it. Chantel Valentine has started 19 games this year. 5 Marquette turnovers. That's one thing you'll get with this team. Get a lot of excitement. Sometimes you have to scale back some of the decision making with these young people. 8 freshmen on this roster. Down low to Tiffany Jones.
Taking advantage of the matchup. Tiffany Jones, that size allows her to space the floor, but also gives her some looks on the interior.
Mosley went for it. Jones stands at 6'3", a New York native, and she's posting up and using that size.
She is. She's got Natisha Heidemann on her back, so she's got the height advantages. Heidemann is only 5'8".
Wilborn had a stretch in the Big East. She scored double figures, 4 or 5 straight games. As part of the 5-game win streak that Marquette had.
Well, they had to fill in some quality minutes at the point guard when Danielle King was out. She had a rough stretch and missed some time, various issues, but Wilborn stepped up, and I think that really helped her develop her game, having the ball in her hands more, having to be relied on heavily during that stretch. And she came out of it much improved.
Wilborn makes good on the second free throw. A 21-18 advantage. Final few seconds here of this first quarter. Seton Hall had a 2-point lead early in this quarter. Largest lead from Marquette has been 7. A rebound to Blockton. 20 seconds to go. Marquette's going to hold it for 1 shot. 8 seconds. The kick out to Wilborn. He penetrates. There's still some time left. Seton Hall's got a chance. If Seton Hall wants it, the heave-ho from half court was on target by Richardson, but couldn't put it away. Marquette 8 of 14 shooting in that quarter. Heidemann with 7 points. And it's the afternoon.
Yeah, McGrath Phillips Arena is the perfect size, and fans are excited early. We've got both bands from Marquette and Seton Hall in the house. It may not be a big number of people, as you see in some large arenas, but because it's so intimate, the sound is right on top of it.
Yeah, it's a fun atmosphere, and so far we've seen some good competition on the court, too. Some of those fans that have showed up to watch this Big East women's basketball tournament, the 34th in history, returning to an on-campus site. One of these final rounds of the tournament have been played at All-State Arena here in Chicago. And Jones gets called for the offensive foul. That is number 1 on Tiffany Jones.
Well, Tabitha Richardson-Smith has to see this coming with 2 defenders seeking in on the inside. The better pass may have been to the three-point line or to Gordon down low because they were anticipating that.
I would love to get Tiffany Jones in foul trouble. She's leading Seton Hall in scoring right now with 7 points. Latisha Smith into the game for Seton Hall for the first time.
T.T. Smith has also gotten more playing time. Shakira Richardson is not 100%. She's had a hand injury, also a hip injury, so she has missed some time. That's gotten freshmen some point guard minutes.
She's got a sprained thumb, and you can see that it's still wrapped up on her right hand. Amani Wilborn gets whistled for the first personal. She suffered that in the St. John's game. There was a scrum, and she was kind of on the wrong end of the pile with that scrum. Marquette will get it back. It's a Golden Eagle basketball team with China that has turned the ball over 5 times in the last 5 minutes of play.
I'll tell you this about Marquette defensively. On first pass, on second pass, they can get there. When you start working the ball around, you're challenging this young team to continually to get in help and get their rotation. So Seton Hall has to keep that in mind when they're looking to score.
In the half end, nobody has scored until there. Heidemann takes care of that. Heidemann now in double figures with 10.
You must locate the shooters, and Heidemann, a lefty, with a nice stroke.
She's put up 30 before this year against Milwaukee. That's a career high. She can put up some points, and right now she's feeling that stroke. The take, an offensive foul. They're going to count it. Count the bucket. Take one more look at it.
Tabitha Richardson-Smith forcing the issue as Seton Hall wanted to do there at the rim. And you know what? That's a good call by the officials because Davenport started to fall before there was even contact made. In order for there to be a charge call, the ball handler has to displace the defender.
Tabitha Richardson-Smith, as you mentioned, Seton Hall's now all-time leading scorer. This is really the first year that she's been the main target. It was really kind of the third option last season for Seton Hall.
Hasn't she really exceeded expectation in the all-time leading scorer?
The takeaway, Seton Hall is running with it. Richardson-Smith with Heidemann on her. Nicely played the slip, and she timed it perfectly to find Tiffany Jones. Put a little mustard on it at the end. Honor with the finish.
Good penetration by Wilborn. When the trap comes to Tabitha Richardson-Smith, she makes a wise decision, gets it to Jones, headed to the hoop, and then the defensive collapse on penetration by Wilborn allows for the easy 2 for Marquette.
Jones will go to the line. This is a player who Tony Bozella has challenged. He had a conversation with us before the break. Listen, Tiffany Jones at some point has to realize it's about you as a player. And he needed her to step up, especially with some of the injuries that they've had. So he even took her out of the starting lineup to send a message. The message has been delivered.
And she's responded. I mean, anytime you can go from really being ineffective on the offensive end to scoring in double figures the last 4 of the regular season, that's responding.
In 2 of those 4 games, she has double-doubles as well. She's got 11 points and 3 rebounds already this afternoon. Gordon comes down with the rebound, and it's Richardson trying to push.
Richardson wisely pulls it out. Nothing there for Seton Hall. Let's see if they can work the ball around and get some penetration.
Richardson Smith with the take, but an offensive foul call. So a couple of big charge calls on a couple of Seton Hall's biggest players.
Tabitha Richardson Smith comes off of that screen looking to attack. Ooh, that's a tough one. We couldn't really see the restricted area, but I know that this year an emphasis is that the defense cannot slide under an airborne player and take a charge. They have to be there and establish.
You mean before she takes off?
Correct.
So Tabitha Richardson Smith, 2 personals already. Tiffany Jones was called for a charge. She's sitting with 1 person. Here's Richardson. Needs some help. She's in trouble. Seton Hall wheels it around to Mosley from up top. Tiffany Jones with the big offensive board. She'll get rewarded with a couple of free throws.
Jones has come to play. 11 points on the glass. And at a time where Seton Hall really needs her, because you look at Tabitha Richardson Smith with those 2 fouls, and then you have limited scoring from her as well.
Jones makes good on the first free throw. And Jones with the soft touch makes good on the second free throw. A 9-2 Seton Hall run. And the Pirates have taken the lead. Blockton has taken 2 shots and has made 2 shots.
Now we make a big. And they keep Seton Hall off the offensive glass.
Richardson with the pull-up, knocks it down.
That's too easy.
Back the other way, Marquette. Got blank. Here come the Golden Eagles. Yates is off the mark. And a foul on the floor. Jordan Mosley with her second. Blockton the no-look to Heidemann. That one falls.
Nice pass.
Link no-looker. Marquette takes the lead right back. Seton Hall playing without Tabitha Richardson Smith. Picked up 2 fouls in this first half. And it's Richardson off the mark. Blockton with the big board. It's one thing that she can do. Has a league-leading 11 double-doubles. Yates still has not converted on any of those.
Yates can knock that down. Seton Hall better locate her. They have gotten lucky on a couple of those long-range shots. The most improved player in the Big East this year is Yates.
Down to Gordon. Now that's a player that Tony Bozella said needs to have a big day.
And I like the way Seton Hall has taken advantage of that interior, both with Jones and LaVerdia Gordon.
Back and forth in this second quarter. The 5th lead change between these 2 teams. Again, Marquette and Seton Hall split the season series. Each team winning on their home courts. And each team had to average about 94 points to get the W. And it's Blockton going to work on the block.
Now is Alizé Isaiah Brockton not on first team all Big East. Look at the work he does.
Now Isaiah Brockton looking to make good on the and one. I've seen a lot of balls hang on the rim today. Those are soft rims.
Well, Doug Bruno makes it his business to come into the gym and check the rims.
Does he really?
He does. He showed me the exact point on the floor where you have to stand, and there's a way you can tell if the rim is lower or higher on one side or the other. We never came to a conclusion on how it gets that way, but there are some conspiracy theories, so I'm sure he's got his rims top notch.
To be to continue. We get to see the number 1 seed, DePaul, playing later today in our 3rd game against Butler. Alicia Powell at the line, Philly native. Talked about her connection with Tony Bozzella. It started back in Iona. She played with the Philly Bells. Brittany Sykes, Amber Thompson, Anna Stewart, Porter, Kid.
Brittany Sykes and the Qs played for an ACC championship today. Went down to the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, but that Philly Bells program has produced some of the greatest.
Marquette shooting 54%, but the Golden Eagles have turned it over 8 times. That have led to 11 turnover points for Seton Hall. Alicia Powell whistled for her first personal. Coming out at the half is the Jeep halftime show with Greg Wolf and Sarah Kustok. We will recap that upset that we had in our first game. Number 7 seed upsetting the number 2 seed, Creighton beating Villanova. With China Robinson, you spoke to Jim Farley after that game. Hear that conversation as well.
It was very impressive to watch Creighton's mentality coming into this game. They played yesterday, so they really could have let the energy factor get to them, but they didn't. They came in and they were really ready to play, focused.
It seems like sometimes in day 2 of the tournament, a team that plays in day 1's got a better rhythm than the teams that's been sitting on day 1. Now when you start getting to day 3 and day 4, the team on day 1, that exhaustion starts to show a little bit. Davenport for 2.
Beautiful transition. Great passing. And I've made this point before about Marquette. I would love to know what their efficiency numbers are in transition because they're so creative around the rim.
Richardson finding Gordon. They find all rim on that shot.
And that can be the difference in a game like this. One in converting at the rim, the other not.
+4 advantage. Largest lead has been 7 for Marquette. Nice dunk down pass.
Starting with the defensive end, Davenport gets it up the floor. Wilborn awards her back.
2 or 4 quarterfinal games. 14 seconds to shoot. Into the hands of Heidemann, who's already in double figures today. 6 seconds. 5 seconds. Heidemann's got to launch it. She does from deep. She's been feeling it. That one's a little bit short. Marquette gets a second chance. And the Golden Eagles are so good at doing exactly that. The penetration and then the dump down pass to someone on the block.
Both of these teams are in the bonus, so why not penetrate? Why not force the issue to be aggressive and try to get to the free throw line? Why not?
Jordan Molyneux is whistled for her first personal. Wilborn can't make good on the first offload. Milwaukee, Wisconsin native, as well as Blockton. Keeger has made that a priority. Recruit the Chicago area heavily and keep some of the best players from Wisconsin in state.
And it's been great that she can do that. You see the pride for this Marquette team.
Jones brings up another 3. She's had a couple now from there this afternoon. 16 now for Tiffany Jones. She's averaged about 15 in the last 4 games.
I mean, Tiffany Jones has already knocked down an outside shot. You have to get a hand up and at least make her think about it. No one even in the vicinity.
Shakina Richardson whistled for her second personal. Ademu takes a trip to the line. She broke Marquette's freshman three-point record against Butler earlier this year. She put up 56 threes. She's at 65 coming into today. Ademu makes good on the pair. Double team coming, and the turnover is created. On the finish, it's Wilborn.
You don't expect a veteran like Shakina Richardson to make that kind of mistake.
Richardson, graduate student, part of a 9-3 Marquette run.
Marquette changes things up just a little here and brings some three-quarter court pressure. Shakina Richardson, instead of retreating with this dribble, tries to throw right into the defense, turning it over, and that's easy for the Golden Eagles.
Sends Powell to the free throw. Under 2 minutes to play.
I'm very happy to see old Marquette head coach Terry Mitchell in the building. She coached Carolyn Keeger. Keeger, one of the best point guards to ever play in a Golden Eagles uniform. Was feisty, just like she is now. Very competitive.
Wants her team to play that way, too. Terry Mitchell, the head coach for 18 years, had 348 wins, the most in program history. Yet still scoreless. She's had a few three looks. 14 seconds now on the shot clock. Here's Heidemann. Seconds to shoot. Here's Yentz. Yentz with her first 2-point attempt. Won't fall. Here's Powell for three.
After Richardson Smith has to be smart here. She is back in the game, but she does have those 2 fouls.
Heidemann sitting on 14 points. Can't get that one to fall.
Easy call for the officials. Yentz never got outside of the restricted area, but let's look at the last possession for
to that. They are very young. They have played well in stretches here in conference play, and they're probably one of the teams in the tournament, like you said, Lachana, that you just don't want to match up with in a one-and-done situation.
They're so dangerous. They've had their share of growing pains, but overachiever for Carolyn Keeger this season. Based on what she had, 8 newcomers, a freshman point guard, a freshman leading scorer, no seniors. I'm impressed.
And 4 of the 8 freshmen are in the starting lineup for Marquette. And all of them have scored here this afternoon. Meanwhile, they are trying to put a halt to an 8-0 Seton Hall run. They're working around to Valentine. And Valentine drawing the foul.
Good reads there by Marquette. Take a look at this possession here. Blockton gets the ball, and she's going to draw 2 defenders on the drive and finds the open man. Good decision. Good patience. Really like the poise of this young team.
Personal whistled on one goal. And Valentine makes good on the first free throw. Cuts the lead to 2. Chantel Valentine had her first double-double against Providence. January 22nd, 11 points, 11 rebounds, and she makes good on a couple of free throws. It's Richardson Smith back into the game, and a foul on the floor. Under Tabitha Richardson Smith playing with 2 personals. Tony Bozzella puts her back in here for the final few seconds of this half.
And if you're Marquette, you don't want to look back and say, what did we get done with Tabitha Richardson Smith out of the game? She's the Big East leading scorer, so with her off the floor, Should have been able to get a little bit more of a lead, I think.
With Richardson Smith with 2. And Alizea Brockton has now picked up her second as well.
Tiffany Jones has saved Seton Hall in this first half.
Richardson Smith goes back out for Seton Hall. So an offensive substitution for Bozella, and we'll have her sit when they go back on defense. Seconds to go before the half. A 2-point Seton Hall advantage. King nearly lost it. 8 seconds to go. King's going to take it. The swat coming from Jones. She read that all the way.
And got the possession.
And before Powell could launch it, she was on target, but it was going to be too late. We said it might take 94 to win this one. We've got about an 80-point pace between these two teams. A 2-point Tiffany Jones in the last few games.
Well, you start to realize your time is ticking away. She's a senior, transfers from junior college. Really didn't get to start playing last season until halfway through, getting comfortable. And this year, she was thrusted into the starting lineup.
They get it down low. They go right away to their meal ticket. And Tabitha Richardson Smith, who had a couple of fouls, got into foul trouble in the first half, only played 13 minutes.
Great play out of the break by Tony Bozella. Good call to get your leading scorer into the post for a high percentage look.
Richardson Smith only 3 points in the first half. She's the only player in the Big East to average 20 points per game in league play. Here's Jens for 3. Jens has not hit a field goal yet this afternoon. She is 0 for 7 and 0 for 5 from 3. Here's Jones.
Pace of this game has been great. These two teams in the first half shot the ball well, high scoring, 84 points between the two.
Result, just wanted to make sure understood the call, and it will be Seton Hall keeping it with 24 seconds on the shot clock. First thing out of Tony Bozella's mouth, hey, we got to win the turnover battle. They're winning that just slightly, 8-7 after the first half.
Well, remember, I'll keep my eyes on for Seton Hall is the field goal percentage for Marquette. When Seton Hall struggled this season is when their defense hasn't been there. And their offense can also help their defense by taking good shots.
There's Powell. That bump doesn't matter, knocks it down. She's having a really good game. Powell now with 12 points and part of a 13-2 Seton Hall run.
This Seton Hall team has a sense of urgency. They've got a group of seniors. It's their last time around. Marquette is young. Good pull up there by Danielle King. But this is where that extra, hey, this is our last shot, has to come into play for the Pirates.
King, one of the freshmen, one of the 8 on this Marquette roster. She's got 7. We have Heidemann with 14, Davenport with 10. And a battle for the loose ball off the fingertips of Davenport last, so Seton Hall will get it with 13 on the shot clock. Two different times this score has, or the game has been tied. There have been 8 different lead changes in the first half. Seton Hall won the first meeting, putting up 99 points. Marquette won the second, putting up 89. These two teams are on an 80-point scoring pace already. After the first 5 minutes, Marquette was on a 100-point scoring pace.
Tony Bozzella really running some sets for Tabitha Richardson Smith here to start the third quarter.
Looking to try to get her going. She's now 0 for 3 from 3. Brockton can't put it away. The third opportunity is good for Davenport.
Marquette looking to push pace. That was a nice pass up the floor. Brockton would have finished that one. That would have been a highlight.
Gates in the air, the Big East freshman of the year.
Take a look on the push. King just lets it fly, and Brockton catches it in traffic. Nice hands, can't get it to go. But Davenport said, I got your back.
Brockton's got some pretty good hands to make a pretty good receiver. See the offensive rebounding story. 10-8 advantage for Marquette. Second chance points. An 11-9 advantage for Marquette. There's the freshman of the year going to work.
What a move. Off the bounce. She just loses. She stays low to the floor. She uses that shoulder so well to absorb contact. Refuses to be denied. And how about some emotion from the freshman in her first Big East tournament game?
And LaChina, that's number 3 on Richardson Smith. We saw freshman Audrey Faber of Creighton pick up 3 in the third quarter. And Jim Flannery elected to leave her in. Right now, Tony Bozzella is leading in Richardson Smith.
A good decision by Blockman to go at Tab on that.
Here is Tabitha Richardson Smith for 3. She only had 3 points in the first half.
She hasn't been shooting the ball well down the stretch of the regular season, but she can always get hot.
It ends a 7-0 Marquette run. And a turnover for the Golden Eagles. Richardson Smith averages 19.5 overall for this season. She was up to 21.7 in conference games. She's sitting at 8 points right now. In double figures today. Brockton on the leak out. Somebody's got to find out what's in Brockton on the transition.
So strong, so balanced in the open court. One thing Isaiah Blockton talked to us about was how she was challenged by head coach Carolyn Keeger to be more accountable. She wanted to be called out as the leader of this team. And speaking of leadership, Shakina Richardson calls her own number, and we'll get a chance for 3. On the push right here, just turning the corner. She's so good at that. Off of the bounce, quick, explosive. Hasn't had full use of her arsenal with those injuries we mentioned earlier. But that's a nice move.
Sprained thumb, a hip pointer injury. Both of those really coming within the last month. You mentioned that both teams' bands are here in the building, but with that reaction from Richardson, she could be her own cheerleading squad, right? 53-50, Seton Hall with the advantage. Brockton has scored the last 5 points for Marquette. She's looking to go to work again. One was blocked. Richardson Smith turning the corner, playing with 3 fouls. She's a double figure.
Good decision, and that's going to be the next level for Tabitha as she looks to go pro after her time at Seton Hall is up. She's got to develop that mid-range game. She's got the 3 in the basket.
All of the starters doing all the scoring for Seton Hall. 4 of the 5 now in double figures. Seton Hall said it was tipped. The officiating staff agrees. Richardson Smith, 3 points in the first half, 7 points already in the first 5 minutes of this quarter. And an offensive foul.
Guardian Morning got caught trying to set a screen for Tabitha. Was called for the foul right there. You agree? I do. I think you cannot move your body into the screener.
They're taking the scoop. And it's Richardson Smith with the rebound. She had Powell leaking out. Richardson Smith keeps it, kicks it out to Powell for a spot up. That one's eating around.
Zella showing that energy,
7-2 run. Blockton's in trouble.
Seton Hall really crowding the paint when Blockton gets in there. He's been contested.
And they're going to call a foul on the shot. They're going to send Blockton to the free throw line.
The Pirates would have come together this year to have a great showing.
You see what Tabitha Richardson-Smith has been able to do in the second half, really in the first 5 minutes of this quarter. She's put up 7 points, is now in double figures. And as I mentioned, Seton Hall has 4 in doubles now. Blockton converts. She's got the last 7 Marquette points. Largest lead has been 7. It's now 6. Richardson.
And that was a tough shot.
Tony Gazzella pointed out Gordon and Richardson as 2 key players to us in the pregame. Players who wanted to see good use for the Pirates this afternoon. Richardson is now 5 of 13. She's been more aggressive offensively with the 12 points.
Mills has struggled from the field. 0 of 8, 0 of 6 from long range. I think she's going to have to be a factor. When she's not hitting shots, defenses can collapse in on the drive for the Golden Eagles. So look for Yinch to try to knock some down.
The Big East most improved player of the year. Carolyn Keeter has called her kind of the X factor for this team sometimes. Her X factor is 0 points, and her team is trailing by 6. Gazzella has left Richardson-Smith in with the 3 personals. They kick it out to Jones. Jones has hit a couple of those today. 2 of 4 now from back there. Here's Yunts. Decides to give it up. And the foul trying to get through the screen on Powell. Her second. Tony Gazzella and Seton Hall have come into today one of the hottest teams in the Big East. They won the last 5 to end the regular season. And they were tied with Villanova with a 12-6 Big East record that lost the tiebreaker, so they're the number 3 seed, taking on the number 6 seed. Of this one gets Creighton. The Blue Jays upset Villanova in our first game of the day. There's the Villanova team here playing without Caroline Coyer, and they take from Richardson. Too easy. Marquette's in a scoring drought. No field goal in the last 4 minutes and counting. Heineman's going to try a triple from up top. Drive is now over.
That's a big shot. Heineman is not afraid of the clutch moments in games.
17 now for Natisha Heineman. Has already set the freshman 3-point scoring record at Marquette. Powell into the paint.
Just sit back and grab the popcorn if these teams just start scoring back and forth, Lisa.
You already ate your box of popcorn at halftime.
You snitch.
I'm not saying that you can't have a second box. I'm just saying you already had one. Marquette can't put it away. 62-55. Well, you can see the look. They're trying to just shot. A minute to go in this quarter.
Making them deal with.
Here's Powell, the pump fake. Back to Richardson.
Tabitha Richardson-Smith in the game. So who's going to score? Tiffany Jones has been quiet.
Well, Tiffany Jones answers that.
cue. And she seems to do most of her damage when Tabitha Richardson-Smith is not in the game. She can sense they needed someone to step up.
First points of the second half for Tiffany Jones in the putback. We haven't seen a double-digit lead yet in either of these two games that we brought you on FS2. Seton Hall threatening to do that in its next possession. And the foul on the dribble drive. Martha Kudemer. Blockton goes back to the line. Isaiah Blockton. I was curious to see how she would come out in this tournament game. Was named to the second team, All Big East team. Her numbers clearly good enough to be on the first team. I wondered if she would play with a little bit of a chip on her shoulder.
I mean, there was not a statistical category that she wasn't in the top 10. I mean, in every area, her game has been solid. And this Marquette squad has overachieved. So she's had to step up as a leader, as a freshman, and she's one of the best in the league.
And you were considering her for Player of the Year at one point.
Definitely. She was one of the best players in the Big East, hands down, this season.
Averages 18.3, pulls down nearly 8 rebounds a game. Leads the league in double-doubles with 11.
That's going to be a key matchup. You see Blockton is defending Tabitha Richardson-Smith.
She's back into this game and feeds Liberia Gordon for 2.
Good finish by Gordon. Vince came down, tried to take a charge. Good focus on the finish.
Gordon now with 6. Blockton wants to take Richardson-Smith on. Hangs and hoops. And beats the buzzer.
Starting with Seton Hall, Liberia Gordon.
She's flirting with career highs in both her rebounding totals and point totals today. One off from tying her career high for rebounds, and she's just a bucket away from tying her scoring mark.
Marquette has struggled with defense. That has been their Achilles heel, and they have yet, as Blockton gets fouled, been able to make Seton Hall uncomfortable. Especially down the stretch of that third quarter. They just did not dictate with their defense.
Second foul on Tiffany Jones. Blockton has got a lot of chances at the free throw line in this second half.
She's good, using her body. She can absorb contact. She can rearrange a shot angle in midair. That's challenging for a defense to compete with without fouling.
This is her 7th and 8th free throw attempts of this half. Looks good on both. Blockton was slow to start. She's picked up some steam here in the second half. A turnover for Seton Hall.
Unforced error there.
Turnovers are big. Tony Gazzello wanted to win the turnover margin. They're trailing by 1 in that category. Blockton, I talk about her second half. She had 10 of Marquette's 17 in that third quarter. There's Blockton again. Looking to take on. Blockton will keep it off the glass.
There's just not been an answer for her.
15 points off of the turnovers for Seton Hall, the 11 turnovers that they've got.
7 for 10 from the field for Blockton, 21 points. And Seton Hall knows she wants to score, but there's nothing they can do about it.
Richardson-Smith continuing to play with the 3 fouls. There's Richardson for 3. Jones comes down with it, and she ties a career high for rebounds. Tiffany Jones now with 16.
What are you going to do about that?
14 of her 21 coming in this second half. She only had 2 points in the first quarter. Meanwhile, she could score as well. Tabitha Richardson-Smith with another 2.
Well, great call by Tony Brazell. Great start to the third quarter with a score from Tab on the interior. Gets one from her there. He knows how to get his leading scorer. Looks at the basket.
The foul on the tape. Alicia Powell with her third.
In this lineup, Alizea Blockton is at the 4 spot.
Does she excel there?
She can. She can cause mismatches. She's got Tiffany Jones on her now, so that's a challenge for Jones, but she's an outstanding defender as well when she puts her mind to it.
Libertia Gordon whistled for her third person. Marquette has gone to the free throw line 20 times today. Now there are 4 Seton Hall players with 3 fouls. Richardson, Smith, Powell, Gordon, and Mosley.
Gotta make your free throws. Gotta make Seton Hall pay for those fouls.
Richardson-Smith, the 15-footer. Jones going to work. Jones has tied a career high with 21.
He's been exceptional. You talked about having Blockton in at the power forward. Well, she's also got a contested shot there by Danielle King. She's got to worry about Jones on the offensive glass and worry about Jones with her height advantage.
She's tied a career high with 21. She's set a new career high for rebounding. She's got 18. She's working on a 20-20 game. Powell with the soft touch. We haven't seen a double-figure lead until late into this one. We never saw it in the first game. We've had some competitive back-and-forth basketball in our first 2 games, and Marquette calls a timeout. We're going to take a quick TO. 7.5 to play. About it with her young basketball team. 8 freshmen on this roster. Trying to win their first tournament game, but they're trailing right now 72-64.
Ball denial there by Jones. That's the matchup we just talked about. Tiffany Jones denying Alizea Blockton the basketball.
Blockton has had herself a second half, so now she has to face one of the better defenders for Seton Hall. There's a height discrepancy there. There's the tip from Richardson-Smith on the Heidemann shot. 3 to shoot. Blockton up and over the outstretched arms of Tiffany Jones. What a shot from the freshman. Marquette with a little bit of momentum. It's King that's going to let it fly. Back to back for the Golden Eagles. Lead has been cut to 2. Powell back the other way, and she gets fouled by Blockton.
What a stretch by Marquette. First, Alizea Blockton, not known for that long-range shot, but just makes a big power play for her team. And then King following it up in transition. Good dribble penetration by Wilborn with a pitch back for a triple.
Marquette outscoring Seton Hall in this quarter, 12-6.
Blockton Seton and King don't shoot a bad percentage from long range, but that is just not their specialty.
It's Powell with a 20-point game. But coming into today, going back to your point, King and Brockton trading with just 23-point makes on the season. Here is King. 6 minutes to play. 4-point Seton Hall advantage. Down low to Davenport. Davenport gets her own miss. Davenport still working for it. And we got a tie-up. No, we got a foul. Ron Creech calling the personal on Erica Davenport.
Davenport's got to finish that. Then you don't have to worry about any contact that could come from an easy miss. You just make it.
So now that's 3 on Davenport. Now Marquette getting a little bit of foul trouble. 3 players now with 3 fouls for the Golden Eagles. Here's Powell trying to feed Gordon. Richardson Smith will take a shot. Gordon. And Seton Hall comes up empty-handed. And we got a timeout. No, we got a, hold on, we got a traveling call. Here, though, arguing some sort of point from the last possession that Seton Hall had. Danielle King walked with it, so she gave it right back to Seton Hall.
A couple of easy baskets around the rim, not go in. You got to focus on the finish here. A lot of intensity to this game. You can't allow the pace to rush you.
Richardson's got the mismatch on Yentz. Richardson, a little fadeaway.
Nice.
Leads up to 6. Heidemann for 3. She was feeling that one.
She was. Had that in rhythm.
Richardson, the hesitation step, gonna take it. Right at blocked in.
With no defense. The Golden Eagle defense has failed them on several possessions in this second half.
Marquette cut the lead to 2. Now stretches it back out to 8 for Seton Hall. Points in the paint have been a difference in this game. Heidemann's going to try it from the other side. Leaping up to get that one, it's Davenport. And it was King trying to keep it alive.
Again for Davenport. Very explosive on the jump, but then you have to gather yourself and get the chippies. Shakina Richardson finds that mismatch you talked about, Lisa. Gets a fadeaway going in the paint right here, just blows by, blocked it. That's too easy.
Here's Powell. Powell for 2. So Powell now with 23. And Seton Hall on an 8-0 run. They have responded to the Marquette challenge early in this quarter. Leads back up to double digits.
Marquette has got to take care of the basketball.
Richardson gets whistled for the foul. That's her 4th. 3. Richardson Smith with 3, Mosley with 3, and Gordon with 3.
Heidemann just throws it away, and Alicia Powell off to the races for an easy 2.
Wilborn makes good on the first. 4 in double figures for Marquette. 4 in double figures for Seton Hall. No one has scored off the bench for the Pirates. Couple of free throws for Wilborn. The pressure's coming. Richardson breaks it.
Four seniors on the floor. for Tony Bozzella.
The kick out. Jones. He's having herself a game. 3 more points for Tiffany Jones. 24 points, 18 rebounds. Blocked in with the answer.
Cat's got to play some defense. They are keeping up, but right here, there it is.
Golden Eagles. They can score in spurts, and they're making another charge.
It's got to start on the defensive end. This is what I'm talking about right there. Defense, the pressure, forcing the turnover. And I think they have to go with their pressure up front. Their half-court defense has failed them on several occasions. I'm okay with them putting the pressure on and trying to force some miscues.
Exhaustion's not a factor. This is the first game for both of these teams. Number 6 seed against the number 3 seed. Danielle King going to work on the N1.
Seton Hall has been here since Thursday, eager for their opportunity. Here comes that press.
6 points in a 15-second span for Marquette. They're going to work again.
10 seconds.
Seton Hall's in trouble. 10-second violation. Momentum has shifted the Golden Eagles' way.
Look at the pressure here by this young Marquette squad. They are scrambling. Without Shakira Richardson, Seton Hall looks so lost on that possession. And this is a veteran team. You would think they would be able to get the ball over half court.
The spin move. Wilborn for 2. Lead is cut to 3. Part of an 8-0 run in 42 seconds.
And Richardson's going to get ready to check in with those 4 personal fouls. Look at Powell. She has been money.
On the tape. The tip. Again, it's Davenport who can't put it away. You talk about the veteran leadership Seton Hall has. Marquette is making a charge with 5 freshmen on the floor. Five of the 8 trying to make a little comeback. Up top to Jones. Another. What in the world has gotten into Tiffany Jones today?
Where is the Marquette defense on Tiffany Jones?
Marquette challenge in this quarter, and they're going to be easy. So lead is now 7 instead of 8. Blocked in for 2.
The pressure that's on her shots. She comes through. She delivers. 29 points for the freshman.
29 is a new career high for Alizea Blockton. Down the stretch this half, 12 of those have come in this quarter.
On 10 of 13 shooting. The level of efficiency.
We've seen some pretty good individual performances. 8 players in double figures. 3 players with 25 or more points today. Jones for 3. It is all about the Joneses. For Seton Hall, the lead is stretched out to 8.
Can't help off of Jones. Story of the afternoon.
Tiffany Jones, 29 points, 18 rebounds.
How How does Marquette continue to leave Tiffany Jones?
4 of 6 from back there. Brockton is short. Marquette with a second chance. This time it's King. And Jens will check back in. So Carolyn Keeger's team trying to make a little bit of a run with it with 5 freshmen on the floor for some time. Brockton with the step-through move, stops the clock, draws the foul.
Yeah, that's the last thing you want to do if you're Tiffany Jones, is to allow Marquette to score with no time leaving off the clock.
Now for Brockton. Each point is a new career high for her.
Lisa, we knew this was going to be an all-out war. But the difference in this game has been the defense that Seton Hall's played. They have played enough and challenged enough shots. And Marquette has missed enough easy ones on the inside to make a difference.
The winner in this regular season series has had to average 94 points to win. 99 for Seton Hall in the first meeting, 89 for Marquette. And the Pirates are sitting at 90 right now. Brockton has picked up her 4th. Get it to Powell. And they foul Powell. 22.7 left. Team fouls for Seton Hall. Now 4 for Marquette. The next one will send Seton Hall to the free throw line. And they'll send Richardson Smith. He's an 83% free throw shooter. Brockton is now fouled out. 5 fouls, but she finishes with a career high 31. An unbelievable second half for Marquette.
Quite an effort. I mean, she showed so much heart and so much fight. Scored when needed to, try to keep her team in this one.
Richardson Smith has had a quiet game in Richardson Smith terms.
You see Brockton there, 31 points, 5 rebounds. This Marquette team wasn't expected to do a lot this season, and for them to push Seton Hall to the limits in this situation tells a lot about how much this young team has grown, the youngest team in the nation.
And we talked to Carolyn Keeger,
Big East Player of the Week, and she's gotten her stride back.
Michaela Jens.
It has been a long afternoon for Jens.
Now 0 for 9, 0 points on the afternoon. 15 seconds left. Seton Hall trying to salt this one away. Winners of its last 5.
Tony Bozzella navigating some challenges on this team, whether it was Tiffany Jones and losing her scoring stride or Shakina Richardson and her injuries. Hasn't been the best shooting season for Tab either in conference, so they've had to grind it out here down the stretch to get their confidence back in place.
The take for Wilbur. They immediately foul Richardson. Now 8.8 left. Danielle Kingsford. See Richardson trying to shake off that right hand. She's got the sprained thumb. She's been playing in the net for several weeks now. This is a team that's battled with some injuries. Tisha Smith got some playing time when Richardson went out with those injuries.
Taylor Burns still has yet to recover from a concussion.
And again, it's Davenport who's had trouble with that shot. But it's Seton Hall in a scoring bonanza here this afternoon in game number 2, and the Pirates are now off to the semis. Jones with